Let's review some vocabulary that we did from Monday, and then yesterday you all went over it again, right? And did some activities with it. So, first word, conditional statement. If you need to look in, you can. What is a conditional statement? An if-then statement. In that if-then statement I have how many parts? Two. They are? Hypothesis and conclusion. Hypothesis is?
The
part after if. The conclusion is? The part after then. I can take my conditional statement and I can do three things to it pretty much. What are they? Converse, inverse, and contrapositive. One person, what does converse tell me to do? Go ahead, John.
It tells you to switch the hypothesis and the conclusion.
Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Converse, all I do is switch. Female, inverse. Go ahead, Kenny.
Negate the hypothesis and negate the conclusion.
All right, everybody okay with that? Somebody different, what does negate mean? Okay, it means the opposite. And then contrapositive. Go ahead, Rosa.
Let the hypothesis have a conclusion and negate.
Okay, so really my contrapositive is putting what and what together?
Negation and inverse.
Okay. You said negation and inverse. Instead of negation, because negation is in inverse, I really should be saying converse and inverse. Because negation is part of my inverse. Okay. And then we talked about what? Oh, counterexample. What's a counterexample?
An example that proves the condition is false.
Example that proves that it is false. Truth value.
True or false.
Just when you say if the statement is true or false. And a biconditional?
When the conditional and the converse are both true.
Okay, wonderful. So yesterday, I know your activity yesterday. Can somebody tell me what their conditional statement was that you created yourself? India, tell me what yours was.
If you jump too high, you'll fall off the trampoline.
If you jump too high,
then you will fall off.
Okay, thank you. Yes, wonderful. If you jump too high, then you will fall off the trampoline. Okay. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Josh.
Mine was if you're very tall, then you're good at basketball.
If you are very tall, then you are good at basketball. What's the truth value for that? What's the truth value for Josh?
He's trash.
Oh, if you really
It's a Down syndrome boy.
So the truth value is that sentence true or false?
False.
It's false. Why?
Short basketball players are good too.
It's an opinion.
It is an opinion. There are some short basketball players that are very good. There are some tall people that
Are not good.
at basketball. Okay, Jaquan.
If you make good music, then your mixtape will sell.
If you make good music, then your mixtape will sell. What's the truth value?
True.
It's false.
it's false.
It's true.
It's false.
It's
I think
It's
it's
false.
true.
My
People
opinion.
cannot sing.
You can make good music, but nobody know who you are.
Yeah.
And you want song mixtapes.
And you can make
If
crappy
you make
music.
good music,
But you make crappy music and still mixtapes. Like Migos and Juki and
So I think it still kind of goes on to what Preston is saying up here. What'd you say?
It's an opinion.
It's an opinion. It's your opinion whether you think that your music is good or not, right? So, you know, artists every day, they battle with, yeah, I hope this is good, I think this is good, but will the world think it's good and buy it? So, yes. Hector.
If you really have good grades, you can play sports.
All right.
That's
If you really have good grades, then you can play sports.
That's false.
That's true.
Because
if you don't have no good grades.
I mean, they have pop water. You can play AAU. That has nothing to do with
Yeah, but
school.
you don't have good grades, you cannot play because
They
your
don't let you
GPA.
play
Okay, so maybe we need to clean that up a little bit.
it's false.
If you have good grades, then you can play school sports?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so then is that a true statement?
No.
Yes.
It's true.
Jaquan still said no.
He said no.
because
You
you
get an
have to make the
answer.
team. You can always get cut from a team.
I know some basketball
Like,
players
you can have good grades in the
For
beginning,
example,
but
look at
as
the
soon as you
blind
get
side.
fifth grade,
Still,
you'll
y'all
get
not getting this perfect.
What is it then?
We
was not
You
wrong.
don't act
Okay.
right. You can have good grades, but if you don't
So,
act right, you can't.
Jaquan said behavior.
Yeah.
You can have good grades, and if your behavior is not good,
You can't play.
then you can't play.
Actually, drug test.
He has a play.
Drug test also.
I didn't do drug tests in high school.
Sometimes you, they can. All right. So, any questions
We get 11.
about? We need 12 today. Any questions about the reasoning vocabulary? Okay. So you have the reasoning vocabulary already, correct? And so what's left for our unit? What's the name of our unit?
Angles.
Okay, so we have our reasoning vocabulary. Now we need our angle vocabulary. 12 cards, the exact same way we did the reasoning vocabulary. Okay, y'all are gonna have to share tape. Okay. So let's see how quick we can do this. Do it on the same side, but right beside over here.
There's a little bit skinny marker. The one you like to wiggle it back.
It's in the other box. You got what you wanted? No, I'm in the bathroom. Josh.
All right, so everything that we do today is going to be revolving around what? Angles. Okay? So we are going to make sure that everyone knows all the different relationships that are created by intersecting lines. Okay? And when we have lines that intersect, they create angles. And there are special angles that we're going to talk about today and explore. Okay? So we did a little title for our first set of words. What do you think our title is going to be for our second set? Y'all are so wonderful. Unit 2 vocabulary. Angles. So remember how we did this before? I'm just going to give you the words. Last time I worked from the bottom up, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm going to work from the top down this time. Okay, ready? Yes. All right. Vertical angles. Heard that one before?
Everybody give us a
I'm just going to give you the words right now, like we did before, and then we'll go back over them because we're going to do something with word today. After vertical angles, we're going to have complementary angles. You go ahead. After complementary, we're going to have supplementary angles. After that, we're going to do angle addition postulate. After that, we're going to do linear pair. Angle bisector. We'll do transversal. How many do I have left?
4.
Okay.
5, my bad. I think it's 5. You got
4.
6.
4.
I have extra bond.
I have 6.
I have 6.
You said 12, right? You need 12 cards.
Alternate interior angles. Alternate exterior angles. Corresponding angles and same side interior angles. So, first question before we go to lunch. Do you know any of these words?
Yep.
Which ones?
Linear pair.
Linear pair. What do you know about it?
Corresponding.
Just heard it before?
No, I know it's like, I forgot.
I know complementary and supplementary.
Okay. All right. Vertical angles up here, Rosa. What you know about them?
They're both the same. Straight across.
Okay, straight across from each other. She said they're both the same. The same what? The same angle measurement. Josh.
I know
How about
supplementary and complementary.
vertical lines?
Vertical angle. What you know about it? Straight? What you mean straight? Like a marker?
You're talking about like a
He's
vertical,
messing with me?
you're talking about like a vertical line.
Like a vertical line. Oh, okay, all right, I'm with you now. Vertical line, yes, it's up and down. Angles are going to do something a little different. We'll talk about that. Josh, complementary and supplementary.
One is to equal up to like, one angle equals up to 180.
Which one is that?
I think that's supplementary.
Okay,
And complementary is when it equals up to 90.
okay, wonderful. Anybody know anything else?
Oh, alternate.
Alternate interior and exterior stuff?
Alternate exterior when they're on the outside of their across from each other.
Okay, so we know interior means
Inside.
inside, exterior means,
Outside.
and alternate means,
Like alternative?
okay, so what does that mean?
Like if you have something that you can. I know what it is, I just don't understand.
It's kind of like on the opposite side. So alternate interior are going to be opposite sides but inside. Alternate exterior, opposite sides but outside. Okay. Anything else before lunch? So when we come back, we're going to kind of go through some of these words, give you some definitions, and you all are going to be creating some things for me today. Okay. Let me get someone to refresh our memory on what we're doing today.
We're doing a whole bunch of activities that are all
On
angles.
And so our essential question for today is...
What are the relations created by intersecting lines?
Okay, so we're talking about all the different type of angles. Where you want time first?
I got 5 really bookmarks on me.
And what should we be able to do by the end of the class?
Identify and name all the angles that are created by
Identify and name all of the angles that are created by intersecting lines. Okay? Okay. All right, so let's talk about these angles quickly and so we can get to our activity for today. All right?
$5.
So first thing, vertical lines, vertical angles. Vertical angles. What are they again? Somebody knew before lunch what they were. Angles that are vertical, yes.
Angles that are straight across from each other and they have the same angle.
Okay. And that's really about the definition that I would use. Very simple, very basic. Vertical angles are angles that are across from each other. And they have the same measure, which means that the two angles are what? Congruent. Which means that they are congruent. What do vertical angles look like? Can anybody draw some vertical angles up here?
Yeah.
I could.
I want to. You want to?
Yeah.
What's the line? Okay. So why did you draw this picture?
Because it's the, we've went over this picture a lot. So.
Okay, all right. And that's exactly why I thought you chose it. All right. So, thank you. You want to do something else?
Oh, yeah.
Where are the vertical angles at for real? Where are they? Point, make a mark, and what you're pointing to.
They can't see it.
The vertical lines are here because they interact. So if you have two vertical lines, the angle will be
Where are the angles? You're right. Yeah.
So if there's a vertical line like this, the angles will be here.
Put a mark here.
Let me write that mark.
Okay, go ahead, do that. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. So we have talked about several pictures that look like this, correct? Okay. And two lines that intersect will create vertical angles. And so Josh put up here that the left side is congruent to the right side, correct? These are vertical angles. That means they are congruent. Are these the only vertical angles in this picture?
No.
No. Where else do I have vertical angles? Hector?
Corners.
Where? Come show me what you're talking about. You want to show me? Now remember, what's the definition? What's the definition of vertical angles? That they're what? Across from each other. Okay. So this comes up. Thank you. This is good situation to talk about. All right. We said the definition was angles that are across from each other, correct? Hector came and said these two. They are across from each other, right?
Yes.
Are these vertical angles though?
No.
Okay, so we might need to go back and add a little bit more to our definition to make sure everybody's clear on it. What you...
Is it corner to corner?
Corner to corner?
No. Yeah.
Corner
So other one.
to corner.
Yeah. Is it like that?
Those are something, but not vertical.
I know. The same Sagittarius.
Not quite.
No, I don't care.
Is there corresponding angles?
They're alternate interior.
That's it.
I knew
Is
that.
that what you said?
You said
See? Trying to make me think I'm crazy. Not crazy. All right. So, Hector, look at this. Great example, but I could just have some lines like this that don't really close like these do. Okay? So if I have two intersecting lines, how many angles, how many small angles did I create here? 4. Okay? Where these two lines meet and it creates these 4 angles, this is where my vertical angles are. Okay? So anytime this happens, we've already said that the left is going to be equal to the right, but I'm also going to have
Up and down.
up and down. The top is going to be congruent to the bottom.
But
What? Go ahead.
no. Let's do that.
No stupid questions. What happens if I start here and go all the way around? What have I created? A circle. What do we know about a circle?
it has no sides.
Has no sides. It's what? 360 degrees in a circle if I go all the way around, right? Okay, you with me, guys. All right. Same thing is going to be true here. I took this circle and broke it up into how many parts?
2. 2.
But if they're both congruent, it's only really 2 parts.
There are, I'm with you on what you're thinking. There are 4 parts, but 2 of them are congruent. So I'm really only dealing with maybe 2 different numbers. Okay, but I still have 4 parts. These 4 parts have to add up to equal how much?
360.
360. Why, Hector?
Because
Because what?
you flipping.
Because what?
You flipping it.
Because I can't think about it as flipping it. What am I flipping? You wasn't even paying attention, but you got that. I'll take it. What is it?
It's 2 little lines.
If I 2 little lines, so you're talking like I'm taking this line? Or am I talking an angle?
What are you talking about?
You're talking about the angle. If I take this angle and flip it, and this angle and flip it, then they're equal. Okay. So what was my original question here? Anybody know?
Is there more than one vertical angle?
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Is it more than one?
Okay, go ahead. Come on, show me what
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Now I know where it is.
Yes, what is?
There's more than. Yes, there is more than one.
That was bad. Not now.
Okay, thank you. All right. So here in this picture, the only difference between these two is that in this first picture, we added, it's closed. We just added some lines here to close it, right? And all that dude does is create a few more angles for us. But if I don't have those lines, then all I have are the 4 little angles here. The ones that are across from each other are vertical angles, and they are congruent. Vertical angles are across from each other, and they are vertical angles are across from each other, and they are
Congruent.
So, question is, great question.
Yes.
Is there ever a time when all 4 of those angles are congruent?
Yes.
Think about it. Think about what we discussed. If I take all 4 of these angles, I make a what? A circle. A circle equals how much?
360.
Is there ever a time when all 4 of these can be the same?
Yes.
Yes.
When?
When,
How?
when you're
Where?
when you're doing the
Is it when the lines are the same?
Okay, so you're talking about my markings.
Yeah.
Josh,
When all the angles are 90-degree angles.
Okay, so that goes together. Okay, yes, if I have a picture and they're all marked with one little curve, then that means that all of them are congruent. Okay, but mathematically, is it possible for all of them to equal the same number?
Yes.
It is. We know, going back, all 4 of these had to equal how much?
90.
All 4 of them.
Oh, 360.
360. We broke this up into how many parts?
4.
And we said that those 4 parts had to be 90. But before we got to 90, we just said that those 4 parts had to be equal, right?
Yeah.
So I can divide 360 by
4.
4, and what do I get?
90.
So that tells me that each angle is
90 degrees.
90 degrees. Okay? Does any other situation exist where all 4 angles would be congruent? It would be the same number with vertical angles. Is there another situation that exists where I can have vertical angles and all 4 of them are congruent? Exactly the same,
a
all
square.
4 of them. Where are vertical angles in a square?
In that corner.
Where are vertical angles in a square?
It'd still be 90.
On our sides.
It'd still be 90 degrees.
Like in the corner.
No,
Okay.
but that they're not.
It'd still be the same thing.
Okay, so really in this picture, I don't have vertical angles.
No, because they don't.
If I extend these sides, then I would have vertical angles, right? But again, what'd you say?
It'd be the same thing.
Why?
Because they still make right angles and
Yeah.
it still has to equal 360.
Why? Why would it be a right angle here?
Because it has to equal, because a square is all equal sides.
Okay? Because this is a square, and we know in a square every angle is 90 degrees. If one of them's 90, then, and they're vertical angles, then all of them are going to be 90 because they're perpendicular lines. It all goes together. Okay? Of course, do they have to be 90?
No.
No.
No. If I give you this picture and I tell you I have 4 angles, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4.
40.
Okay? If I tell you angle 1 is 40, automatically you should know
100.
Angle 3
Angle 3 is 40.
why is angle 3 40?
Because they're
vertical
Are the
angles.
same.
Why are they the same?
Because they're
vertical
the
angles.
same,
are vertical
like the
angles.
same line, like same
Because they cross,
height
right?
or size.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear is because they are across from each other. Okay? The ones that are across from each other
Are equal.
are equal. So if 1 is 40 degrees, 3 is 40 degrees. We said in the beginning, all 4 of them have to equal 360. Josh said, well, we know that half of 360 is 180. 180 makes what? A straight line, which you can't see there. A straight line. Okay. So that means that the 2 angles that are above my straight line have to equal 180, and the 2 that are below my line have to equal 180, and then 180 plus 180 is, we got it. So if this angle is 40, then this has to be 140. So here are my 4 angles, 2, 3, 6, 7.
That's a measurement?
No, those are just angle numbers. So I'm going to make angle 7 equal 87. Find the other 3 angles by yourself or with your partner quietly. You got them?
You understand it, dude? Entonces, ¿qué haces?
Yeah, we can't do that in here.
You talk about
And I'm planning to go put it up on the board as well.
Tell them about it.
Can I do it the way it was it?
It's really, I asked first.
What is your number?
Ladies first.
87, 93,
Miras como
93.
ese es 87.
You minus 1, you minus
No, yo sé, pero
87,
miras como ese
88,
es 87,
93.
¿verdad?
And then those sides of the
Tienes
cross
que
will be
hacer
87 on the
7 y el
opposite
Or
side.
just add 3 to 87 and then you get 3 and then you add to 90 because it has to be a 90. Entonces,
So
¿quién
it's
más
gonna be 93,
87?
87.
Exactly, but I'm saying your ways.
Can't do it like,
Is that correct?
You have to.
Can I do it?
Lo tengo que poner en el resto. 180 menos 85.
Her way is easier. It's just, you feel like the move.
Entonces eso es 6 y el otro.
I told you.
Come on, get it.
93.
You never said 93, you said 40. You said 40, dog. You only understood what you said. I spoke of your language.
I didn't know why Roland did, but I didn't know
If you didn't get your license yet, you said you did tests and stuff. You still have to have visuals, right? Even 18.
You gotta have provisional when you're 18.
All right, 93. So again, my ladies up here took 87. Where's the 93 going? Let me back up.
In the 6.
Myself.
Oh, and the
93 is going
6.
6 and 2 because
Very
cross from each other, which makes them congruent. What am I missing?
87 on the
3 is 87 because they are
Equal. Same.
equal because they are vertical also. Okay.
How did y'all get the
So
90?
again, say it
How
again.
did y'all get the 93?
Hector, how'd you get it?
You know,
Rosa explained it to you.
I think it was 180. What was it?
180.
What was the first number?
180 minus 87.
180 minus 87 and like a 93.
Okay. So a few different ways you can do this. I need you to find one way that you like and stick to it. Okay? So again, my ladies up here are looking at the entire picture. They like looking at the whole thing. They knew that I'm going to have 87 2 times. They added it together, got 174. The whole picture has to equal 360, so they subtracted 174, got 182, divided it by 2 because I have 2 angles left, and that gave me 93. Okay? Easy way is I can just do 180 minus 87, whatever's given to me. All the time I can do that with vertical angles. And whatever I have, whatever that gives me, is my answer. All right, one more problem. Jaquan is doing it, but y'all have 30 seconds to find an answer.
Okay.
Oh, look at his face. I think some of y'all might need a calculator before I put this up on the board.
Oh,
I'm gonna do it in my head. I ain't gonna use it.
Okay.
Let's go.
you know what? I'm a laugh if you get it wrong.
I'm not. Don't worry about
Hold on.
Hold on.
I don't
That's
get
not
that.
the
I know. While we wait for everybody to calculate it, what real world example would give me vertical lines? 2 intersecting lines.
Travel on the street.
road.
Okay, roads, highway,
A bridge.
a bridge, and
the hallway.
The merge. We go on a bridge.
okay, the merge when you go on the bridge, a bridge in the street, the hallways, anything that intersects is going to make vertical angles.
Oh.
Okay, we're going to make angle 2. 66. 30 seconds. Quiet. Talk to your partner.
I know what it is.
Here we go.
You ain't need to say that.
Good.
All right. So first thing, as soon as I see a picture like this, what angle should I know first? Immediately.
66 and 8.
Immediately, I should know angle number. I should know angle number 9, and I know angle number 9 is 66. Is everybody okay with that?
Yes. Okay.
So again, all right, if you choose to add these together, then you have to subtract from 360.
And 114. Okay.
And what does this leave me?
128.
228.
Oh, yeah.
Divided
And then I have to divide that by 2, and I'm going to get
114.
And the 114 goes where?
6 and 8.
6 and 8, both of them. And I can always check myself because all 4 of these angles should equal
360.
Okay, so go back and check yourself when you do these. You can always know if you got your answer right or not. Jaquan, all 4 angles should equal how much? 360. Okay, we're good? All right. Took a while on that. Let's go complementary real quick. Complementary. We'll come back tomorrow and do some work with
Wait,
these.
these are. Oh, which is
Definition. Somebody knew it earlier.
I did.
What you got for me?
This one, you bisect an angle and it equals up to 90 degrees.
Okay. So I'm going to say it's when two or more angles add to equal 90 degrees. Okay. So we know if something is 90 degrees, then what's another word for it?
Right angle.
It's a right angle. So if I'm complementary, if I take a right angle and I actually, like you said bisect, but not really bisect. If I cut it up into pieces, okay? I have a right angle,
So if you
and
dissect.
then if I throw another line in here, so now I have two angles, right? But these two angles have to equal 90 degrees together. They have to add up. This might be 60, and that would mean this one is 30. What if this one is 10?
Then the other one is 80.
Then that one would have to be 80. Is everybody with me? What if these have to be congruent?
Then they both will be 45.
Then I would have 45, 45. Okay. What if this is 70?
That'd be 20.
This would be 20. If this one is 30,
The other one would be 60.
this would be 60. Okay. Together they have to add to equal what?
90.
90. Okay. Does it have to be only two angles?
No.
No, it could be
4.
3, 4, 5. We'll do some of those tomorrow.
Can it be more than two?
No, you usually see 2 or 3, but anything is possible now. I promise you that. Supplementary angles.
Two or more angles that equal up to 180.
Love it. Get to it. If I equal 180, what am I again? A straight line. So supplementary means that I would have a straight line, but at some point I am not doing that. I am adding another angle in there. So again, these two angles have to equal how much?
180.
180. What's going to happen if they're congruent?
You're going to have two right angles.
Two right angles. If my acute angle is 20,
160.
say it again here,
160.
this one would be 160.
What?
Okay.
She said the bitch made.
Am I going too fast?
No.
If this obtuse angle out here is 100, okay, then this one would have to be 80. Take a paper and go for it.
He don't look like he was going to do something.
Okay, first of all.
Alright, we're going to stick to 2. You can do popsicle sticks or straws. Matter of fact, I'm just going to give you both. Figure it out. Take your construction paper, take your straw or sticks, and I want you to model some angles that we've talked about. Create some angles that we've talked about. Okay, whichever one you want to use. You can mix and match them together if you like. You can cut the straws, make them shorter, whatever you like. So model for me what vertical angles look like, or model for me what complementary angles look like, or supplementary angles, okay? I want 2 of them.
Ain't no scissors back here.
Yes, there is.
Where?
2, I want you to model 2 vocabulary words.
Look at all those boxes.
And you need to write what the word is up under it, or what vocabulary word you're modeling. Y'all with me?
That for the rest of the
Okay, yeah, that's good. So now take this stuff and create complementary angles. Just one picture and one picture supplementary.
Please know your rules. I have
I'm about to you.
What's that definition? Two or more.
You like literally compare.
Do you have two angles in your picture?
So how is the supplementary angle going to be?
I don't know. You tell me. That's what I want you to try to create.
You like he bought you a new one? He bought it for you?
We agree with these, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
What was the
good.
copy?
You definitely copied me though.
Do I should have done
Very
it. I basically stole.
I want you to look up here for minutes. I have a supplementary here and a supplementary here. Are they both examples of supplementary?
Yes.
Yes, you know that.
One's a stick. Two sticks together.
One's a supplementary and a complimentary.
It's just straight.
Because there's right angles in this one and this one.
Wait, so
Am I wrong?
this is a compliment.
No, they're not.
Supplementary.
Guess myself. I
Are
mean, but
these
it's a
both
complimentary
examples of
and a
supplementary?
supplementary.
No, well, this is an example.
No,
of
the
supplementary.
blue one is a supplementary. That's
It's
supplementary.
great. They're different and wonderful. I like
No,
it.
can I buy her one?
Yes.
Yo, can I
I'll clean up after you today. Make sure you finish though.